part 2 of the video for analysis of the entries we took on 19th of August. So this is part 2. Part 1 was going very long, so I needed to take part 2. So you can see this, when this market was coming down yesterday, I took an entry here, which was a loss. You see this point at this swing point. I always like taking entries at swing points. And this one did not work out, unfortunately. So I took an entry targeting this extreme high here. There's a comment. I saw that we are highly bullish. So 3 pips stop loss, 10 pips targets. This failed because it triggered me in, almost took me out. So what's what I triggered? And I had another entry at this level, but this one wasn't triggered. I took another buy entry just at this extreme zone here. So I took another buy entry targeting this open close level, which is 10 pips stop loss. And also 3 pips targets. So I took that entry going for this QM level. So this one did not also trigger me in. This did not trigger me in. This entry went on a loss because it triggered in and went all the way close to the stop loss and went up. So when I took this entry over here, I saw these swing points here and I knew that, oh, this market might come all the way to this level. Take out these swing points. All these swing points are we have to cover up for them. So I had multiple entries just for this. I also had another entry going for this daily zone because we've already taken out this daily zone. We've broken this daily zone, so we're using it as a support zone for more upside move. This first touch of the line. Another thing that inspired this sell was this trend line. There was a trend line here that inspired this buy you are seeing here. This buy you are seeing here, which was inspired by this trend line. First touch of the line, second touch of the line, third touch right at 8 o'clock. There was another entry here right at the, and that was the entry I took. But I just wanted to show you that there was a trend line that inspired that move. So here also I took multiple entries. I took another entry here. I took another entry here, going for this daily zone. Like 617. I was going for this daily zone, and this was 663. Now I was almost taken out here. Can you see that the market almost took me out? Now this one that I took to this point. This one that I took to this point. This one that I took all the way to this point. Had not triggered me in. Later triggered me, but made it triggered me in. It took me out. So it triggered me in. It took me out. It mitigated this open close level. So as it mitigated that open close level, I re-entered again. So as it came down, took me out. Because it came down immediately. Immediately it came down. Because I took another entry. This other block was my mid. This one was just in case it didn't trigger this upper code. That's why I took entry here. Because these swing points, they don't normally stop price. So this one, as I came, it took me out. Can you see? It took me out immediately. This one took me out. So it took me out, and I saw this massive move to the upside, reaching here. I re-entered. I re-entered again. I re-entered here. So immediately it took me out. I had to re-enter because I can't miss that entry. I had to re-enter. Targeting where? Targeting this open close level. 10 pips stop loss and 3 pips targets. So I had to re-enter. Even though I know I was taken out. I had to, because of this massive move to the upside. This was a liquidity hunt. They hunted this liquidity, and I knew they would hunt that liquidity. That's why I put my stop loss below it. I don't know about this one. I would have taken another entry covering this liquidity, but they didn't hunt this one. This was the one they hunted, and it took me out. It took me out of liquidity. But once they made this move again, I took another entry, going all the way to this upside, to this QM. I don't want, if I put it here, this will be 9 point. I can also do this, yes. I can also do this also. 9 pip stop loss and 3 pip target, just to be safe. Because this market, you just have to. So once we did that, I saw something again. So how many losses did I take? I took this loss, 1. I took another loss here, 2. This was a loss. 2 losses in a row. This would have also been on a loss also, because this target was not even around this zone. This target was on this daily daily liquidity. This daily zone. This blue line is a daily zone. So that was where the next target was. I was almost taken out. Can you see? I was almost taken out by this guy. So I took 2 losses here. How many losses have I even taken today? I took this loss also, because this one never reached this zone. So this was 3 losses. 3 losses already. And how many wins? 1, 2. 1, 2. This was eventually a win. This is 3, and this is 4. 4 wins already, and 3 losses. So why going? Why going? What did I observe again? I observed a break and retest. Are you seeing a break and retest? Yes. This is a resistance zone. It was broken for a support. I took entries here also. Remember, we have 3 losses already and 4 wins. Let's count it again. This was a loss, 1. This was a loss, also 2. This was a loss. The first one we took here, 3. This one was a win. This one was a win. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. We took another one here. So 4 wins and 3 losses. I would have taken more losses here. This was a very high risky trade. If you watch my last video, I'll tell you how I took this interest. So let's continue. So here, what happened was a break and retest. I saw a break and retest. I took my buys. Break and retest is another thing you need to understand in this market. It happens 1,000,001 times. I took my entries around here. I went for just 2 to 6. That's one is to trade. Just here, just at the extreme of this place. 1 is 2 to 6. 2.2, 2 point something here. So this is what I want for. They would have taken me out. They would have taken me out if they wanted. So this is the 5th win. So that was the dynamics of this. So we are making multiple. So once we hit here, it took us out here. It took this one here. This one is already on the loss. This one is already on the loss. This one was still running. This one, they took it out also. They took out many wins here. So 5 wins. They took out this open close level. They took out a lot of wins. What the market did with the market broke structure. I knew that, this weekly zone is really reacting. What did I do? I took another sell. I took a sell. Even though I knew that I have a buy. See? I knew that I had a buy running. This buy was still running. But I have to still take a sell. So it's not a must that you have to allow your TP to hit for you to take sell. When you see a sell, you take a sell. You don't need to wait because you have a long position running. That's why you can't trade this strategy on profits. On profits will not allow you to take a buy and a sell at the same time. You understand? Profits will not allow that. Profits will tell you no, it's not allowed. You're not allowed to take buys and sell at the same time. But because we are trading a strategy that is very dynamic, I don't like my strategy being so static. So look, you see this liquidity here, all this liquidity. I just took myself. I just went to this. You see this line here, this institutional level. That's where I went to. I went to that institutional level. That was where my TP was. I don't want to go anywhere below there. I don't want to even target this stability because I had the chance and I not take it out. So this is you can see 3 pips stop loss and 9 pips target. This one is 2. So this is another. This is the 6th win of this market. Are you seeing break and retest again? Yes, there's another break and retest. Break and retest stories in this market. Every time you always see it. It always hides itself. or it will surely find itself out. Can you see that? That's break and retest. This market was coming. Let's go to the fight. It will come and you see it better. Okay, we're not seeing it good. So we have 6 wins and 3 losses. This would have taken us out. Can you see? This is where my stop was. This would have taken me out. I would have had 4 losses already, but because this was here, so I was safe. It came. So around this zone, I tried to take another shot. I tried to take another shot around here because we are making this series of lower highs. So I tried to take a shot here. When this market made this move here, as it was coming down here, I tried to take a shot again, going to this daily support. That's 10 pips stop loss and 3 pips targets. So what happened? We took a loss. It was a very huge loss, a big loss. So when I saw this, it actually worked out. It came down a bit around this level. I tried to take a loss, going all the way to this level, blasting this level. I thought the bears were actually strong here. But what happened? What happened was a massive. They just did a double pattern there, and made this upward move here. When they made this upward move here, I knew that okay. My sell was still running because we have not taken out, but I still took a buy. So I can still have a sell. I would have closed that because it was a very bad one, but I just left it there because it can still work out. One thing about this market, it can still work out. I've seen this from backtesting, it can still work out, but I just left it there. So can you see this? Yes, I went for 1:2:6 over here. I went for 2:6 over here. Yes, targeting this level, this shoulder, this head and shoulder pattern. When they breached this resistance, I took another bar. Even though I was on the sell, I still took another bar. Going for what? 2:6. I was trying to target this zone. That's why I went for this buy. So they blast that level. When they blast it, this is another resistance level, break and retest. When I saw that level taken out, when I saw they breach this resistance level again, I used this for another support all the way to this daily zone. And this daily zone was my target. I didn't want to target this one. I thought once they hit this daily zone, they are going to. So I just went around here. I took another long position here. So this is 10 pips stop loss and 3 pips target. 10 pips target and 3 pips stop loss. So this was the positions I took. I took another position here. This was a highly risk one. I also took another one here, just in case. Because of this liquidity, I was looking at my target is liquidity. So this liquidity there, they might target it. So I was suspecting they might target, but I just left it. So when they breached this structure, this was the positions I took. I took this one also going all the way to this daily zone. I consider they are highly bullish for them to resist the sellers, because the sellers we are seeing here would have taken this thing all the way down here, taking this thing all the way to this and like people call me, but for them to resist this zone means that they are highly bullish and break this resistance level. However, I took this buy. So what happened? Right at 13:34, they broke out. They broke above that daily zone. Breaching this 1.3575. It just kept moving up. What did I see? I gone to the 5 minutes. I saw okay, they moved up here. And the market was just too volatile. It was too volatile. They move up here, reject. See, they use this 1.357 as stop. So I knew that okay, they might want to take some buys here all the way to this next quantum level. This is another buy position, another strong buy position for you, all the way to this next quantum line. And those use 21 pips stop loss and 7 pips targets here. That would have been another entry position right at this, because they rejected from there, it closed, so this would be your entry. Just right at this, we took your another entry. 7 pips stop loss and 21 pips target. That would have been another entry. Another entry going to this 1.36. It shows that they are very volatile. And you should take another entry also at these dailies numbers. When I want to do that, but I don't want to do that. But I know I put another entry here also in case they come and retest this dailies one. Even because this can also be a liquidity. It can also look, so I took 2 entries there, 2. But just this one worked out. So what happened again? What happened was they went all the way to this level. This was 14 o'clock. This was nearly hit 14 o'clock. You knew that volatility had already decreased. They went and hit this 3625. Came here, retest here, came here, and failed woefully. I took another shot here. I took a shot here. This one worked out perfect. I took a shot here. This is, let me go to the see this move here. We breached this level. So we took another shot. Took a shot just right at this liquidity. I mean, this will stop rise. I took a shot around that zone. Targeting what? Targeting this quantum zone. Because they were exhausted. The buyers were exhausted. They've taken a lot of buying and they couldn't continue. So this is what we did. I think is 1:5 or something like that. 1:5. No, I mean 1:3. That was 5:15. So why did I take this sell? Why I took this sell was because the select for me we immediately hit this 1 point, this institutional level, we broke structure. So as we broke structure, we came like this, we just, I knew that they would try to come here. This same thing I did here, this same sell I did here was the same thing I also did here. It was the same sell I tried to do here. However, you see me take the sells. That was the same thing I did here also. But this one did not work out. This one failed because it was too highly bullish. So this one did not work out, but this one worked out. It shows that the sellers are exhausted. When I took this sell, I just left the market. So thank you and have a nice day.